Good afternoon, everyone. I am William Theo, and this is PTV News Now. Up the news ladder this afternoon, the Jont DOH-DepEd immunization program for school kids is green and go and set for October 7, or barely 3 weeks away. This after the president gave the thumbs up to earmarking close to 8 billion pesos for the DOH's national immunization campaign in a sectoral meeting with health officials this morning in Malacanang. In a presser right after the sectoral huddle, Department of Health Chief Ted Herbosa said the 7.9 billion pesos the president approved today for the inoculation initiative is 23% more than last year's amount and 40% higher than the last allocation in 2021. Under the Bakuna-Eskwela jab campaign, kids or students in grade 1, 4, and 7 will get shots in the arm of vaccines against HPV, measles, rubella, tetanus, and diphtheria. The president urges for a strong media and publicity campaign for greater outreach to families, mothers, the youth, and kids, and is backed up by a multi-government agency and private sector support. This year's Balik Eskwela theme, which aligns with the president's Bagong Pilipinas vision, every Filipino deserves a shot at lifelong protection. Meanwhile, rap mogul Diddy Combs, or the artist formerly known as Puff Daddy, was arrested Monday in New York by the agents of the Department of Homeland Security on the strength of a sealed federal grand jury indictment. The sealed indictment is believed to contain a set of charges on sexual abuse, drug trafficking, perhaps even gun-running raps. In May this year, Combs was caught in a hotel CCTV draped with only a towel around his waist, punching, kicking, and dragging his erstwhile girlfriend Cassie Ventura before she could ride the elevator to the ground floor or lobby. He then recorded a video right after the incident, apologizing for his nasty and repulsive behavior, and settled her lawsuit against him for an undisclosed amount. Combs, a hip-hop icon and high-profile partying celebrity, is known for his lavish parties in Hollywood and the Hamptons and his reputation for his run-ins with the law. In other news, extreme heat has led to a streak of naturally caused fires, raising at 11 million hectares of Brazilian plantations and forests this year. As if it were not enough, severe drought has brought widespread misery to millions of Brazilians, as VOA's Jan Bochat reports from Sao Paulo.
Flames have ravaged Brazil's Amazon rainforest in recent weeks, devastating the rich agriculture zones of Central West region and even the outskirts of major Brazilian cities, destroying an area the size of Portugal this year alone. The blazes intensified during August and September, driven by temperatures far above average, a severe lack of rainfall, and extremely dry air masses with humidity levels plummeting below 10% in some regions.
The gradual increase in temperature, the reduction in rainfall, and the rise in extreme weather events are part of the broader picture of the global climate change that the entire planet is facing. However, tropical countries, particularly Brazil, are much more affected.
Paulo Artacho, a leading climate scientist, has dedicated his life to studying the impacts of climate change. He expresses no surprise at the current situation and forecasts an even more challenging future for agriculture exporters like Brazil.
The future of Brazil, which relies on soybeans and meat exports, will not be as bright in the coming decades as it has been in the past 30 to 40 years.
Brazil, a major agriculture powerhouse, is the world's largest exporter of soybeans, coffee, sugar, organic honey, tobacco, and meat. The ongoing fires are already hurting its farm productivity. In São Paulo, the country's largest sugarcane producing region, agriculture losses are estimated at over $400 million. At the São Paulo government headquarters, a team continuously monitors new fire hotspots with satellite technology. Their strategy aims to prevent small heat sources from escalating into large fires and reduce losses, and not just material ones.
This also greatly impacts people's lives. School activities are disrupted, hospitals are overwhelmed with respiratory problems, and children sometimes have to halt their classes. The fires affect the entire local community.
Last week, a giant smoke cloud covered about 60% of the country, drastically reducing air quality in many major cities. In the Amazon, a historic drought has made things worse, isolating entire communities that depend on rivers that are going dry. Ian Buesha, VOA News, São Paulo.
And that's a wrap for this afternoon's program. Join me later on for the evening edition of our News Breakers. And make it a habit of staying connected by keeping it here for news you can count on. I am William Theo, and thank you for watching PTV News Now.